You don't say 2 in 1. Come on.
You don't say 2 in 1. Just,
Hey!
Just in the nick of time.
well, it's magic.
I was gonna say you really look like your Facebook profile.
Quality image. All right, listen up. We're doing roll call for Babe Heads Talk. Number 1, we're now expanding and inviting other people. All right, we have Tony.
So,
We have Eric.
Hello.
We have Adriana.
Hey.
And special guest starring tonight, we have Ashley of Smalls.
Woo!
Hey, how's it going, everyone? How's everyone been? How's the day been going?
Terrible.
Aww.
Oh shit.
Just kidding. It's been pretty awesome.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
today was cool. I got a milkshake. That was pretty rad. And I had really...
It's a big day.
Oh, where'd you get a milkshake from?
Sonic, because it's half price. I got the caramel Oreo. It was pretty rad.
Was it like happy hour or something?
Yeah, no, it's summer shakes. They do half off.
Oh
All
shit.
summer, after 8, all shakes off.
Huh.
Check it out.
I had a Sonic by my high school, but when they built it, literally everyone in my high school class went to work for it, and they drove it into the ground, and then no more Sonic.
Damn.
We don't really have too many around where I live. You have to go like deep into Orange County to find one.
We have commercials for them all the time, but like none of them. I don't know where they are.
No, but their commercials are really good though. I love Sonic commercials.
It's debatable.
Well, like so bad it's good. They're funny. They make
I mean, like it's just like I'm really awkward and I'm my ice cream. It's like, oh, you can't do that. Yes, I can. 'Cause it's Sonic. And then they both laugh for like 20 seconds, and then Sonic.
but
And then doesn't he talk about something about his mom? Like, oh, don't tell my mom or something? I don't know.
Yeah, like they're really
50-year-old guys.
like middle-aged dudes that like escape their wives for like half an hour a day just to.
To go to Sonic. That's the new bar.
okay, hold on. How do you know that that's the thing though? Because
You can tell.
it's always the same time.
Well, unless you have a mental
coworkers.
disability, why in the world-
Coworkers. And
But they
We're
don't
getting into some Sonic conspiracies.
We tackle the hard issues on this video podcast.
this episode is brought to you by Sonic.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh,
Sonic should endorse us now. They should give us like free milkshakes. I really want a milkshake right now.
Well, they're half off now, so you can get 2 and one of them's free.
What? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess so.
That's true.
I flew back from Boston today.
How was that?
It was fun. Saw the Say Anything Front Bottoms show up there, and saw a Red Sox game and a comedian, and then got the fuck out. It was great.
Oh, so you saw the Yankees game?
No, it was Cubs. My whole wife's family's from Chicago, so we came and got called a lot of names, and then won anyway.
Well, there you go. You showed them.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like a fun evening.
it was a very fun evening. I ate a lot of children's food and a giant ice cream cone.
Did you steal them from children, though?
No.
That's the important part.
no. I don't know why I didn't. Those Boston kids are tough. I'm not messing with them.
That sounds about right.
They can't handle those Baltimore kids.
No, they can't. They can't help Baltimore. That's for sure. I did get told to get a haircut by someone driving by on the street, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but these are flowing.
Hippie.
Oh, that's cool.
I think someone just died on my bed.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, what'd you say?
I said I think someone just died on my bed. I don't know. Sam just kind of flopped over.
Oh,
Isn't that like a song lyric?
Isn't?
Woke up next to a dead body.
No, that's
that's the sequel to "I Kissed a Drunk Girl" by Something Corporate.
Oh.
Oh, it's an awesome song.
That whole record's bonkers.
Not enough love for something corporate.
Yeah. First time I saw
corporate.
I saw them open up for 311 in 2003, I guess.
I'm sorry.
That was a sick show, but I felt bad for the band. They were having a rough time on tour because they were like I think If You See Jordan wasn't on the radio yet, So they were just some band nobody knew, opening up for a bunch of rap rock jam bands.
Nice.
Sick.
That's beautiful. Well, Adriana, how about your day, love?
I've been in meetings all day because I'm interning with r.i.p Records now, and we're doing like a whole bunch of comps for like upcoming tours. So I've been literally like messaging back and forth to bands all day. I've been in bed like this position all day.
That's dope.
And
Is
you
there cool stuff you can talk about?
I mean, they're not like huge bands because like we were doing like more like local bands, or like I was just on like Defend Pop Punk or like Pop Punk networking and finding different like bands. Darren, I'm trying to get like Darren on it. I was gonna email Ashley, but she was at work.
I think they've contacted us before.
I emailed Eric, and he was like, "Nah."
Yeah,
Cool,
that was the third time this week that we got hit up about that.
Really?
Yeah.
They're all like going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the internet, Defend Pop Punk, like, people say a lot of bad things about it. Like, don't get me wrong, Defend Pop Punk is one of the worst I've ever seen in my entire life. Like,
The lows are low, but the highs are high, kind of.
yeah. Like, it almost completely turned me off from the entire genre. Like, it was ridiculous. However, there are so many opportunities. Like, for instance, like, this chat would not happen if it wasn't for Pop Punk. Ashley, I wouldn't be talking to Ashley right now if it wasn't for Defend Pop Punk. I mean, Ashley was like my first friend I made from Defend Pop Punk, and I mean, I think she's a lot of people's first friends from Defend Pop Punk. I got an internship with Little Heart from Defend Pop Punk, and I don't think I would have if it wasn't for that group. I mean, I don't know. I think there's a lot of good stuff that can happen from that. So I mean, if your internship is like finding bands on Defend Pop Punk and everything, I mean, power to you. I mean, it sounds lame. Like when you say that, you're like, oh yeah, I just spend time on an internet group and I look up stuff. I don't know. It's
a lot bigger than it sounds.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's really cool. That's definitely like, it seems like all of us have had our, at least if you're involved in the music scene in one way or another, and especially if you're trying to make some kind of career out of it, whatever that may look like in the end, it's still really a good place to find other people like that. I know people complain that, I post my band and everybody doesn't respond. It's like, well, yeah, but the people who care are the ones who are going to respond. Like,
Absolutely.
I agree.
I don't know. I think it's really just mostly how like you handle things and how you interact with people. Like you could be like certain bands, and you could just you could use it for what it's for, and you could just promote yourself. But then when other people say things, if you handle that like a bad person, then I mean, of course, Defend Pop Punk isn't going to work out for you. Of course, like it's not going to work in your favor. But if you
you get what you give.
Yeah, exactly. If you go in there as a good person, you're going to get good feedback. But if you go in there as like a total schmuck, you're not going to get anything.
Yeah.
I think too many people go into that group just expecting, I posted my band. Everyone should be liking and commenting it. It's not a group strictly for promotion. It started off as a fan group for Man Overboard. So if you're actually active in that group and you actually contribute, people are going to be more likely to check out your band. I mean, that's what happened to me. I didn't even go in there with any intention of ever telling anyone I was ever in a band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not even going to lie.
Yourself on that too. Like you've worked for the position that you guys are at now, and then several people have been like, Smalls has only gone popular due to their own, promotion in Defend Pop Punk group, which has never been the case.
I mean,
well, if you look at it, there's a lot of admins that are in bands, and I mean, if you're gonna say that the only reason my band is popular is because I'm an admin of that group, that's totally not even true. There's been a ton of admins that have come through with their bands on that group, and they haven't even, I guess, gotten to the same level we're at right now.
Yeah, it's totally bogus. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, one of the first things Ashley said to me, like one of the first conversations she had with, she said, "So do you want to listen to my band's EP?" And I'm not gonna lie, like I groaned because there are people who are like, "Oh, hey, do you want to listen to this?" And then it's like stupid pinch harmonics every 5 seconds, worst recording quality ever. But it was really good. Like I genuinely like Smalls, and I'm not just saying that because Ashley's here. But also at the same
just be blowing smoke up Ashley's ass just because she is here.
Yeah, I mean definitely, like especially because.
What did you say?
Great, but what?
Wait, what did Ollie say?
I'm gonna kiss Ashley's ass only because she.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We only
I'm
like.
even wearing her. Hello, I'm a Kiss Ass Award because I'm wearing her shirt. So.
I noticed that. Hell yeah. Someone messaged me like yesterday. They were like, "Hey, I'm at a house show in New Jersey right now, and there's some kid wearing a small shirt."
Sick.
I was like, "No way!" And then like he sent me the picture, and I was like, "Oh crap, you're not lying."
Oh, God.
That's cute. That's really cute.
Well, like what Tony was saying, the music has to be there. Have you ever people will make those accusations that, oh, you know the person, so you like their band. That may happen if you might like them a little more if you know them. But like, can you imagine being friends with somebody, like legitimate friends, they show you their band, and you hate them,
Yeah,
and you
this
still
happens.
listen to it when you're on your own? Like, I can't imagine doing that.
No,
Like,
no.
nobody has fans unless they like the music.
Yeah,
Like,
no. Like,
yeah, it's that's
I've
simple.
definitely had friends send me stuff, and I've been like, nah, dude, you need to work on some stuff. But I mean, like I said, like defend pop punk is like what you make it, and I mean, it's totally bogus to say that Smalls only got famous because of defend pop punk, because that's not true. But it definitely had a big helping hand in my opinion, and I think most of that has to do with the fact that Ashley was a genuine person. I think Ashley's a testament to what happens when you're a good person on Defend Pop Punk, and what happens when you have positive interactions with not only your fan base but just people in general. You know?
I agree.
Thanks.
From the subject, I guess we can segue into just the general interview of Ashley and talk about her upcoming tour and the upcoming EP.
Yeah, you got a big week because you start touring on Saturday, right?
Yeah, we start in Canoga Park at Cobalt Cafe with The Sheds and On My Honor.
Yeah, and I mean, how long is this tour? Is it like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It's altogether, I think it's 23 days.
And this will be the longest stretch that your band has done so far, correct?
Yeah.
Now, how does it feel to go from the small local tours you guys have been doing around California and to going to now a nationwide tour?
It's awesome. I was not expecting it. We did a couple of weekend tours last year, and then we did a tour with Firestarter and Old Again at the beginning of the year for about a week. So to immediately jump into something of this magnitude is really awesome for us. We weren't expecting to get to hit a full U.S. tour so soon, so when it happened, we were all really excited.
Yeah, you guys haven't really been out of California, have you?
We played Las Vegas, but other than that, yeah, nothing out of California.
Now, is there a tour that you guys are particularly looking forward to? Where is it a certain state or a certain...
I can't really speak for the other guys, but me personally, I'm really looking forward to New York, just the general Northeast. I mean, every city is a city I've never been before, with the exception of our own hometown, so it's all really exciting.
Do you have any, like, oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Do you have any, like, expectations for this tour? Or are you just going in, like, no expectations at all?
No expectations. I just really hope that enough kids show up every night so that way, we can get to the next city. That's all I really want.
Are you guys actually going to be releasing new merch to sell at these stores? Any posters?
Yeah, we just did a couple of new designs. We debuted it at a Warped Tour in Pomona. We played the local date here. And we started selling some of the new merch. It's pretty cool. We have like 2 shirt designs and a couple of I think we have like a pair of shorts we're selling too.
Oh, no shit. I think I might get that. I need shorts.
What was it like playing Warped? Like, how was that compared to like normal shows? Because Warped's definitely a much bigger venue than probably like the smaller shows you guys have been playing.
It was awesome. I was actually not expecting much out of it. I didn't really think there were going to be very many people, but the crowd was pretty big. I think bigger than any local show we've done, which is pretty awesome because we actually were playing almost at the exact time that the Story So Far was playing. So that definitely tampered with our crowd a little bit, but there was still quite a bit of people.
What time slot did they give you?
They gave us 1:15, and I think the story so far went on at like 1:30.
Jeez.
Wow, so even with a solid spot like midday, you still got the shaft with the story so far.
Kind of. I've actually seen it like happen, like worse situations. Like last year, I watched Seasons Change play, and they got the first slot. So a lot of people were still stuck outside while they were playing, but there's still a lot of people. But it just sucks whenever you're playing and there's like still people outside waiting to see you and they can't get in.
Yeah, and you can't delay it. It's got to go on at that time.
Yeah, definitely. They're really on you about time. You got to get on, get off, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Now with the new EP release, are you guys doing a release show during your hometown date, or you guys pushing that for another day?
Not really. We wanted to do kind of a release party for the new EP, but with tour and like Warped Tour, it was just too close together. We didn't want to affect any draw for the tour.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
that's definitely good. I mean, how much of the new EP are you guys playing on this tour, or is that like?
We're playing all of it. Our set to begin with hasn't really been too long. Our first EP was only 7 minutes long, and this one is actually about 13 minutes now, so we kind of have to play everything. We barely have enough songs really for a full set.
Yeah, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
Now, how's the transportation deal going to go? You guys doing a van?
Yeah, we're in a van.
Have you guys already like picked out your spots?
Spots?
Like seats?
Oh, like in the van? No, not yet. I don't even think so. The others might have already picked their spots. I might get stuck like in the middle or some BS like that, but whatever. It's gonna be a packed van. That's all I know. We have a merch guy with us for this run, so that's awesome. I won't have to be doing merch and worrying about that. I can be focusing on other things.
Like singing, maybe?
Like singing or like actually interacting with people at the shows, so that's awesome.
Are you guys like the only ones in the van, or are you gonna be sharing a van with like?
We're the only ones in the van. Yeah.
Are you guys doing any? Sorry, this is such a technical like band question. Are you doing any like gear share among the 3 touring bands to save on?
Yeah,
space?
we actually are. We're sharing gear with On My Honor, so that'll be cool.
Now, have you guys met with any of the other bands beforehand, or are you guys meeting each other halfway?
The Sheds are another local act here, so I've actually met Mac Miller from the Sheds a few times actually. Actually, I have kind of a funny story about how I met him. About a year ago, we were at a state champ show. We were passing out CDs, and I actually went up to him and I was like, "Hey, my band just recorded this. Check it out." He was like, "Yeah, sure, you know, I'll check it out." And Mac took the CD, and I guess he listened to it, and he was totally surprised by it. He was expecting it to be really terrible, and I guess his words were somewhat along the lines of, "This doesn't suck that bad." So that's kind of cool, and now we're doing like a full US with him and the Sheds.
Now, a question that I've been wondering about. I remember you touched upon the subject many months ago in the Pen Pop Punk group. But has it been any easier dealing with the negative feedback of you being a female lead in the pop punk industry?
It's a little easier somewhat.
More of a staple in the local community.
I mean, local, it's cool. Never really had anything too bad. I think the worst thing I ever had to deal with locally was before Smalls. I tried starting a pop punk band back in like 08, 09. And every time I would try out for a band, they'd always turn me away and just be like, "Nah, we don't want a girl singer. We don't want it to sound like Paramore." So I had the worst time ever finding a band just because, you know, hey, you're a girl, you can't like pop punk.
And ever since the release of the old EP and with the upcoming new, and there's still a stigma that goes along with female leads?
I mean, definitely. We're not a very big band. We've definitely turned over some new people, but it's still, you know, kind of a struggle. There's still people that, you know, hate us, or I've actually read YouTube comments saying the song is so good, but a guy needs to be singing it, not a girl.
No way.
That pisses me off every time I read that.
But like,
You're okay.
what I noticed is that I mean, people talk about you being a front woman, and I mean, I think it's totally cool to draw attention to the fact that I mean, you are a front woman and you handle it without making the point that I mean, obviously you're not going to be a front man, but it's always just the fact that you're kind of the face of the band. It's never directly on the fact that you are a girl, but you have a girl drummer, and I mean, aside from Vayara, and I almost never see that ever, and no one ever brings that up, and I think that's the weirdest thing to me.
It is weird. I mean, I guess it has something to do with the fact that from listening to us, you can't tell Brittany is a girl because she's not singing or anything. You can't. There's no difference in how drums sound on whether you're a man or a woman. But with me, it's a lot different because it is my voice. So I think people don't really care as much because, you know, I don't know. You can't tell when you listen.
Yeah, I guess I see that, but also at the same time, like you see promotional images. Like, I mean, I know I just saw one the other day, or it was even just this morning, and I was like, oh, hey, I mean, that girl's really cute. And then the conversation was going on about the girl being in the band, and she was just a bassist. I mean, you see promotional pictures for Smalls, and you're like, oh, okay, there's Ashley, and oh, who is that? Like, I mean, when you, I mean, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this. But I mean,
there's going to be a focus. There's always going to be like some jerk that wants to focus on, oh, hey, it's a girl. Hey, she's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Takes away from the music a little bit, right?
Yeah.
It does. I don't know how Brittany feels about it. I'm sure she deals with it a lot more directly than I do. But it doesn't affect like how she plays. She plays amazing. We've gone through the process of looking for a drummer, and it's been terrible just finding someone who can actually play the songs. You'd be surprised at how many drummers cannot hold down a decent punk beat. So when Brittany came in, it was really awesome because we were like, oh wow, someone who finally gets it.
I mean, do you think that helps like group chemistry a little bit more having another girl in the band? Because I mean, I know like you see interviews with like Hayley Williams or just anyone else in a band, they always ask the question like, what's it like being the only girl? And usually they're like, there's really not much of a difference, but at the same time, there's times where there are always going to be guys and like boys will be boys and they're going to want to do boy stuff and you're kind of left out. Like, does it kind of help having another girl in the group or?
Or at least
I mean,
help
not
deal
really.
with
I don't.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I mean, we don't really. I mean, it's all cool. Like they do things. It doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really bother her. Most of the time, you know, Brittany is just with the guys, and you know, we're all doing whatever. They're checking out girls or whatever. That's cool. Doesn't bother us. So it doesn't make anything worse, but it doesn't really change much.
Does it help support when you get those people who make more of a deal about you being a woman than the music itself? Like, does it help to have her to be like, can you believe that asshole just said that, or is that not make a difference?
No, it doesn't really make much of a difference. We're just kind of like, whatever. I think it bothers me more than anything, just because, you know, it's usually more of a direct attack on me, so it's really easy to take things personally. But, I mean, regardless of, you know, if Brittany was a girl or a guy, it's still the same amount of support, regardless of her gender. Nothing too bad has happened yet, so if anything does come up, everyone's really quick to defend each other.
That's good. It's always good to have that camaraderie.
Now, I remember that you guys put out a music video for Tired, is that correct, on Natural Progression?
Yeah.
Now, how much fun was that shooting a video? Because that was your first video, is that right?
Yeah, it was our first actual music video. It was pretty cool. We shot it in 2 days. It was actually a lot easier than I expected. Then again, I really wasn't in it too much. None of us were. It was just a lot of story-driven. We actually ripped off Action in Action by the Get Up Kids. That was a lot of fun. I think that was the most fun, you know, part of it all, was getting to, you know, pay, you know, homage to one of our favorite bands growing up.
You gonna see them at Riot Fest this year? They're playing that album in
No.
its entirety.
Oh my gosh, don't remind me. I'm so bummed I'm going to miss that. When is that anyway?
September, I think.
September, yeah. We get back from tour and I leave in October for 2 weeks. I'm actually going overseas to Japan for vacation, so I am gonna be really broke.
I'm so excited that you're getting to go. Like, I know how much that trip means to you. I'm so excited
Yeah.
you're getting to go.
Thanks. Yeah, I was supposed to leave for a month in May. I was gonna be gone for a full month, and then we got approached with this tour that we're about to go on, and I was like, trip's over. So I actually ended up rescheduling it for October for like 2 weeks. I think I'm actually gonna play maybe 1 or 2 acoustic shows while I'm out there.
Nice.
That's super awesome. How did you set that up?
Um,
Or are you just gonna do like, is it like something set up, or are you just gonna do like, I'm gonna bring my guitar and sit here and play?
there's a label called, I think it's Romantic Nobita Records. It's a Japanese label that kind of deals with pop punk and hardcore music. Not quite on the same scale as Ice Grills when it comes to North American localization, but it's still a pretty notable label over there. And I'm probably saying his name incorrectly, but Watika actually contacted me and he asked me about it. And he was like, hey, do you want to do a show or two? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
That's super cool.
You're actually playing a show on this upcoming tour by yourself, right? You're just doing an acoustic set?
Yeah, I'm doing 2 actually. One in Tinley Park, Illinois, and the last one being the last day of the tour in Louisville, Kentucky.
And the one in Louisville is at Spinelli's, correct?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited to actually get to play there.
Yeah. All right, so now I have a conspiracy theory.
Oh
So your
boy.
name is Ashley,
Oh, yeah.
playing at Spinelli's.
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
A little scandalous.
Oh, I can't. Good night, Tony. You're done.
I've been off that
Bye.
joke
What?
for an hour.
Anyway, all right. So that was an awesome talk with Ashley from Smalls. We appreciate you coming on,
Thank you for having me.
and we're going to ask that you stay, of course, because we still have some Babehead to do.
Tight.
Tight.
So around this time, we would actually go and look on to Ask Reddit for some random ask questions, and I will fire them at you guys as a whole, or I will single you out as individuals, and you will answer them. Sound easy enough?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
This is my
So,
first Babetalk, so gotta go easy on Ashley and I, actually.
Oh, man, yeah.
first one we're going to do is... I have not looked at these questions yet. I actually just pulled this up. I probably should have looked at some of them beforehand. But, kind of an
Oh, you're slipping.
All right, this one is going to be for each one. It says 5 per person, but I'm going to break it down to each one. I'm going to go in list that's on my screen, which first one's going to go to Adrian.
Okay.
Adrian.
Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
Question is going to be, what are your top 5 movies of all time? So you're just going to name one of them?
Breakfast Club.
Now, why
Ooh, good one.
Breakfast Club?
Why Breakfast Club? You know, I actually don't have an answer for that. It's just like one of those movies I saw and like halfway through it I was like, oh, it's already my favorite movie. But I watched it when I was a little kid, obviously. And I watched it in college because I had to psychoanalyze it for one of my psychology classes. And I gave it like a whole new like perspective of the movie. And I feel like it really like heightened it, like my appreciation for that movie. I don't know. I'm weird.
Now, is anyone else like a John Hughes fan? Like, does anyone like any of his movies, like 16 Candles or Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
God, yeah.
I love 16 Candles. That's a good movie.
Oh, for real.
Now, would you say that's in one of your top 5? Actually, you're next. You can name the next one.
Not in my top 5, but I appreciate it.
Ferris Bueller and Breakfast Club are both in my top 5.
Woo!
Oh, Ferris Bueller is so good.
Well, Ash, what would be one of your top 5 movies?
Definitely Heathers with Winona Ryder.
The other day. Any reason why that would be one of your favorites?
Well, Winona Ryder is in it, and it's kind of like a demented, like messed up version of Mean Girls, so I just can't help to love it. Even though I know it came out before Mean Girls, but yeah, it's just really awesome. I love it. I'm just a really big Winona Ryder fan.
Eric.
Well, I said Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but I could go outside of John Hughes. One movie that I think most of the fans of it misinterpret the point that I love is Fight Club.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I definitely love that movie. That's one of the few movies I can put on. I don't think it's my favorite, but I can definitely put it on in any mood. Like that's just something I can just throw on. And Ed Norton's from my hometown, so he's so dreamy.
Is he really?
Yeah, he went to the high school like right over from mine, like the nearest. Yeah.
My neuropsychology professor looked exactly like Ed Norton. So like the first day of class, I walked into that auditorium and I did like a double take. I was like, what? Like, what's going on? Cool.
Tony.
All right. So my favorite movie changes like every month, but currently it's Pirate Radio, which I don't know if a lot of people.
Oh, with John.
Yeah.
Never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh my God, it is so good. If you don't know what it's about in the 60s in England, like BBC they didn't play any like pop or rock radio, and if they did, it was like less than an hour a day. So what people did was they got boats and they like
nice.
And they docked them right outside of the North Sea, and they just streamed music 24 hours a day, and it's about all that and how the government tried to shut it down, and it's just like a huge like fuck the system, fuck the man, all you need is love, all you need is music, and it is so good.
Is it a documentary or like a period piece?
It's, I mean, there's definitely
It's like based on a true story, isn't it?
Oh, that kind of, I gotcha.
It's based on true events. Everything in the movie
I don't think it's totally completely based on.
But it's scripted, like but based on like an actual thing.
Yeah. It's based on a real thing, but all the names are totally fictitious.
I mean, I think I remember the quote in the movie. The last one was, excuse me, but fuck that shit sideways.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite quotes in any movie. I was like, oh man, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
It's so good. There's a scene in there where this dude, he's just looking for things, and he finds this one record. It's his favorite record ever, and he grabs it, and he's so excited, and he thinks it's going to be the only thing he takes with him. Like everyone thinks they're about to die, so this dude grabs this one record, and he escapes, and one of his friends looks at him, and he's like trying to help him escape, and he grabs this record. He says, "This is not a good record," and he just throws it in the water. And his friend's just like, "No, this is stupid."
That movie was so good.
Right, if I were to pick a favorite movie, I think I would have to pick Back to the Future Part 2.
Ooh.
Nice.
Like I'm not really sure, but I think the 80s have always just resonated with me as like one of my favorite decades, and Back to the Future just kind of like fantasized like a future world where the 80s like never died.
Yeah, oh my God, that's a great analysis of it. That's really fun.
Like I remember when I needed to buy a new pair of sneakers, and for whatever reason I never had like nice sneakers, and I was like, all right, I'll pay for your next pair, whatever you want, and Supra came out with a nice pair of TK Societies that mimicked the Power Nikes like almost to a T, and I almost lost my shit when I saw them. I'm like, oh my God, I need these because they're what Marty McFly wore in.
Weren't those really rare? Like they cost a lot of money. They made them like a limited amount, auctioned, I think. I'm not sure though.
Yes, they did come out with actual Power Nikes. Well, they said that Nike's actually going to come out with a few either in next year or 2016. But they did put out a special edition collector's shoes for charity, maybe about last year or the year before.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but they cost like crazy amount of money.
Yeah, insane. I remember.
And I was one of those kids that totally believed that the hoverboard that Funny or Die put out was real.
Just about to
I believe that too.
Yeah, I had way too much hope in that. I was actually really disappointed with Christopher Lloyd. The next day was just like, oh, I'll let you guys down. I'm like, Doc, no, what the hell?
Call him Doc, I love it.
Oh yeah, I was really sad.
For the rest of his life, he's just Doc.
Doc, no. So do we have any SpongeBob fans in here?
You would have asked me like 7 years ago, you'd probably get it.
I think I was too old when that came out to even be into it, ironically. So sorry.
Eric, how old are you?
I am 28. 28.
28.
Oh, well, okay, maybe.
I was barely in the cusp. It's the same with Pokemon. Like, I was just old enough to start dating and kind of stop playing games when that came out. And I know I missed the boat on it, but it was just like a year off. If I had gotten hooked early enough.
Wait, hold on.
I freaking love Pokemon.
It's not that I don't like it. I just played it.
I mean, I still play Pokemon.
Well, see, and that's the big age gap. It's like, oh, well, we've been living around Pokemon. Like, oh, my girlfriend plays Pokemon. It's like Eric's like, no.
Well, I was playing Final Fantasy. Like that was where I was playing when Pokemon.
Well, like the first ones ended up coming out, right?
Yeah.
Does
play
your
Pokemon cards.
GameStop have like the Pokeball 3DS holder?
Yeah, I seen those at work actually today. I wanted to get one.
I bought it from GameStop because I could not, like, the day we put it out, I was like, I can't leave the store without this holder.
They don't fit the XLs though. It's just the original 3DS.
No.
Oh, I have the XL. I actually have this one.
I wanted the XL so bad. I wanted the Pokemon edition. We got that in my store on like the used, and I wanted to get it so bad that I left for Baltimore, and when I came back, it was gone.
I also have the Charizard one from Japan.
Actually,
Yeah.
All
Is it a normal Charizard or is it a Mega?
It's not a Mega. It's the one that came out a couple of years ago. Right now on eBay it goes for about $700.
Oh, all right. So if you guys break down on tour, you
Yeah, I
know
would say, or one van.
I was trying to sell it, but nobody wants to buy it for that price.
Yeah, I don't blame them. That's
Yeah, I got it for like $400 when I was overseas last year.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous how much people pay for Nintendo products. Because I remember, like, I mean, it was only like 3 years ago. Like, I was in high school and I was like BSing, never doing my work. I would just look up cool things on Amazon. I wanted to buy a Nintendo 64, so I looked up how much it was to buy just like Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
Like $500. $500 for an
What?
unopened GoldenEye for Nintendo 64. $500.
I actually have like an unopened Banjo-Kazooie. Like the instructions are not even open.
Jeez.
I will buy that off you for a large sum of money. Banjo-Kazooie is easily one of my favorite games of all.
I did that the other day. Or maybe like a couple of months ago. I was like, man, I feel like adding to my N64 collection. So I made a post on my Facebook like, oh, like, does anybody have these games, or like, does anybody know where I can get them? And my friend literally was just like, here, you can have my copy of Banjo-Kazooie. It's unopened. I don't want it.
Oh man,
What?
that is Christmas come early, like 3 years in a row. That is
Seriously.
That's a good friend right there.
Right? I think it's like downstairs. But I'll show you guys like one day.
That's nice.
That's really cool.
I would have proposed like on the spot.
You would have what?
I would have proposed.
Right then.
That guy, like, no, thank you.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next question, which I'm going to direct towards Eric first. What looks really fun, but in fact sucks?
Going to you guys are all over 21, right?
Yeah.
Not me, I'm 12. What is this?
Hey, I'm a baby. So
going to nightclubs, fucking and loud dance club bar types. That's everyone talks about how that's the best thing. That's what you should be doing. Like, no, get the fuck that. Go to a show. Go to a quieter bar. I'm very passionate about this issue, but that's my answer.
I mean, like, my girlfriend, she loves going to clubs and bars, but she can't drink. So I honestly don't see the appeal in it at all, because like I can see like letting loose, like going on the dance floor and like dancing and shit. But I can't hear anything because I've like lost my hearing to shows a long time ago. I can't hear my friends. I can't hear what Lily's saying. I can't understand what the music's playing. I just sit there and sulk all night with overpriced beer in my hand. I'm just like, fuck all this. There's no reason for me to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to clubs before. If people don't know, you can still go to clubs. 21, you just can't drink and stuff. But like I've been to them, and it's really not that great. Like, like the big difference between shows and clubs is at a show, you can pretty much wear whatever. Like, I could go to a show wearing a big, bulky flannel, and I could do whatever I want. No one's gonna care. You go to a club, it matters what you wear. Like, it, you just feel uncomfortable the whole time. It's just everyone kind of judging each other, and you're listening to bad top 40 remixes. And
Also, there's no breaks in the music a lot. Like, so it's like I like with the show, you can at least bring a group of people. You watch the band, you talk to your friends. You watch a band, talk to your friends.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a more
I
social
certainly
environment.
prefer bars.
Torn through. I mean, like that's the best way to support your scene. Not,
Even lounges are a lot better because they're like
Lounges are the shit.
that
right.
makes sense. Exactly.
Get,
Yeah.
get a pool table, some darts or whatever. Just
There you go. Yeah.
that's my jam.
and like the worst part is like I hear like you go to a show and people they'll like have breaks between their music while they're like tuning or whatever, and they'll talk. They'll just have banter, and I mean a lot of it is scripted, and they say the same things a lot of the time. But I mean, at least they're like they're personified. Like they're human. They're talking to you about real stuff. But I hear about a lot of DJs. Like I just read an article about someone going to see DJ Khaled and him just having like no personality, him showing up and being just really standoffish. Apparently, he never even said, DJ Khaled, we the best. Like, that was never even said. If I'm going to go see DJ Khaled, you better say we the best.
That's the one thing I want to hear. That's the only thing that I want to hear, and then maybe a track or two.
Yeah, right?
That's like going to see Rick Ross and not hearing like Maybach music. Like you need to hear it at least a good like 4 or 5 times for you to actually enjoy the night.
Yeah, like, if I see DJ Khaled, I want him to be like, yo, Pensacola, what's up? You the best! Like, I want that. I want that. But apparently he doesn't even do that.
Lame.
So Ash, what looks fun but in fact really sucks?
Okay, what looks fun but really sucks? Working at GameStop.
Yes. Yes.
See, you can relate. You can relate.
God, yes. Oh my god.
It just has had like a moment. So you're just like,
We bonding right now.
I need a moment. I need a moment.
Eric's not okay. Wait a minute. Can we talk about how Eric just for a few seconds?
He doesn't understand. No, and it's not even like working at GameStop too. It's also being a girl and working at GameStop.
Oh, all the neckbeards just like come in flocks.
You should hear my horror stories.
The funny thing about that, now that you mention that, the store that I work at actually, the staff is all girls. There's only one guy.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was actually the only girl until we got a new store manager.
Yeah, all of our management, our store manager, our assistant manager, all women except for like one other key holder.
Oh, wow.
No, man.
That's
I
like,
remember,
go on.
no, you can go.
I was just gonna say like that's just another thing that's just like in another gaming community. It's like, oh my god, it's a girl.
I've had people like come up to me and be like, "Do you actually really play video games? Or are you just here for the attention?" I was like,
What?
No, like,
Oh, hell no.
dead, like dead serious. And I had this guy who was in his 40s once be like, "How do girls play video games?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "How do you guys do it?" I'm like anyone else. Like I don't understand. He's like, "Oh well, back in my day, like girls didn't play video games, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Well, I don't
I
know
feel
what
like
to tell you."
Back in the day, you played stickball. What the fuck are you talking about?
I definitely think that there are douchebags who are like, oh, you play video games? Yeah, right. What do you play, like Tetris? But
Of course.
Who are you hanging out with?
But then again, he's gonna be like, oh, that's Tetris. It's like, oh.
See, most guys that I encounter that like claim to play video games, or just in general, most customers that we get in our store, the only video game they play is Call of Duty.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's like you're giving me like crap.
That's it.
They're playing
Yeah.
Call of Duty to impress guys more than any girl would ever play a video game to impress guys. So I'm gonna out myself here
True,
as,
true.
a little nerdier than I like to, but I'm a huge Magic the Gathering player.
Yeah.
And
I could never understand that game.
I can't get into it, but I can't play it, but it's so
But
good.
we have a lot of girls, and now in the last couple of years, a lot more girls who do really well at these like high-end tournaments. And so it's just always interesting to get a girl's take on it and to hear, like, because I go around and I'm pretty much ignored. It's just it's a tournament. We go play cards and leave. But like girls that I find who play have story after story of the most absurd shit I've ever heard. Like anybody say,
Yeah.
and it's similar, I guess, with the gamer girl stuff maybe.
I really don't have too many stories about being a girl and playing video games.
I have one
It's
story
just
that
no thing. It's just you're just playing video games.
exactly. I do have like one story that I will tell forever because it's probably my favorite thing that's ever happened to me. It was like right when like Call of Duty Ghost came out, and this guy comes in to like sell the game, and like before I even opened it, he's like asking what the second disc was. Like, it's the installation disc, like whatever. I'm pretty sure he's selling like stolen games, but who cares? Point of the story is he goes, what are you doing working at GameStop? You're too pretty. You should be a model. And I literally like laughed in his face. So I was like, okay. Like my manager's standing there like starting to laugh, and then he goes, "You look really familiar. Where do I know you from?" And I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "You go to college?" And I was like,
Did you
So
say
I'm
your
like,
mom goes to college?
"No." So, like I told him like which college I went to, whatever. And then he's like, "Oh, that's it. I've seen you at the thing where they lower the trucks and everyone drinks." And I was like, "A tailgate?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like. I was like, I've been there 30 years at that school and I've never been to a tailgate.
Yeah, you were at one of those sports, right? At the
But he
sports.
literally went, he literally like,
the player.
he dropped his phone to literally go, "Oh, the thing with the trucks and you all drink," and I was like, "Oh my god."
He probably went home like, yeah, caught that girl up. She loves me. Still got it.
Oh god.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next question, which is gonna be for Tony.
So,
How do you choose your username?
oh man. Okay, so I used to be really seen on the
I can
inside.
tell.
That was gonna be my explanation.
So we don't really talk about stuff pre-2010, and even then it's a little sketchy. But usually, since what happens is I make an account and I get really stupid and I just make it Tony Peppers, and then I forget about it. I forget everything. I forget my password. My password is the same for everything, but I constantly forget all my information. So all my stuff now is just the Tony Peppers because there's always an account that's just inactive that's Tony Peppers.
Mm-hmm.
But I have my first email. My first email address. But I tried to make it Goku at AOL.com, but it didn't work. So it was just a bunch of numbers. And then after that, I was a really big Fall Out Boy fan, and I think my email address was FobFan99 for a while.
Nice.
These aren't really that bad as screen names, dude.
But it's pretty embarrassing because I mean, like, in pop punk, Fall Out Boy has credibility, and I can be like, oh, it's middle school, and they'll be like, okay, whatever. But there's a lot of people who judge you really hard for saying Fall Out Boy is your favorite band. So,
oh yeah, because of you as like a 15-year-old white girl.
Yeah, well, I am, so.
Well, which me as well. So I mean, it really does make sense for us.
By the way, that goes back deep. I saw Fall Out Boy in 2003, opening up for this show, and my friend goes, "Let's get out of here. This pop punk emo stuff is bullshit."
Oh.
I saw 3
I would have
songs.
killed
and then
to
he
see
dragged me out.
that.
Well, to be fair, my thought after maybe a song or two was these guys are putting on the best show I've ever seen. Best show. Worst band I've ever seen. They sounded like garbage. And Pete Wentz even said, "I feel bad for anyone who saw our first 200 shows. Like, we just made noise." Like,
oh god,
it's not all it's cracked up to be, but yeah.
Mm. All right, so Adri, how do you pick your usernames?
Jesus. Like, lately I've just gotten really lazy, and I'll just use like one of my old C names. So Tony, kind of, I feel you, man. But like, we don't talk about 2007, 2008.
Give us an example. Just one. Just
I
one.
don't want to hear the verse. I don't want to hear the verse of it.
Oh, but like my scene face or like my username?
We'll go username.
Oh, thank God.
Well, the scene face will just pull up Facebook in like 20 minutes.
God, I deleted that shit so bad.
Oh, it's not.
I like, it's my Snapchat name. It's like Adriatic. Like that was like my name. my main like scene name. I get like really lazy and I'll just use like Adriatic, or I'll use like Audrey Adrenaline is like my photographer name, whatever. Because
That's
I
not
was
that
not
bad
I
though.
was not gonna use Adriatic for that.
No,
But
it's not bad, but like it's those names that like you knew that like were just synonymous with like the like neon hardcore phase, like the scene phase of the
like
time.
the skunk hair and
like,
everything.
like oh yeah, like the MySpace days.
My
Like I remember, like my MySpace name for like way too long was Dr. Xavier. I don't know what made me think that I thought that was
Professor X got a degree.
he got a degree. And then my URL was like forever shall be nameless, like, and like everything was in like black and white, and my background was static. Like shit made no sense. With like My Chemical Romance, like the U's playing in the background, like it made no sense.
Let me guess, it was like Helena, right?
Oh yeah, it was rough.
Well, I had two scene names. I had one like my normal everyday one, and that was Tony Takeoff. But if I wanted to feel hardcore, it was Thrash Tony Thrash.
Dang. I can see why we don't talk about that pre-2010 era.
This is fantastic.
Right. All right, I'm gonna extend this to the rest of the group. Ash, did you have an awful phase with names?
My awful phase with usernames were every name I had was a lyric from a really, really awful song. Like my MySpace names were always lyrics. It was never actual names. I never had a scene phase. It was all just like really depressing Silverstein lyrics.
Oh. I mean, that's the thing.
Tony is actually frozen on my screen right now. It's the most hilarious face ever.
Is it like the one with him cracking up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
the scene laugh.
All right, Eric. What about you? What was your
So
worst
mine's weird because I'm older. So like when during I guess 2007 to 9, I was touring with a band, and so I saw a whole lot of that stuff, but I was never like part of it. At that point, I just had a band MySpace. I didn't have a personal MySpace. Just band.
that makes sense.
But when I was in high school,
Yeah.
like basically pre-social network, like we started to get good internet, but no like real social network stuff. I remember when MySpace started, and it was almost all bands before it got really. But anyway, I guess in 2002, 2003, I dated a whole string of emo girls, and this is before emo was a mainstream term, and it was like right on the cusp. I remember dating this girl right on the cusp. Like she showed me Thursday before they were on the radio, and her
Thursday was on the radio?
Yeah, Cross Out the Eyes was a huge like modern rock hit. Yeah. No, it was. I remember it because I remember it was the first time you heard like real screaming on the radio, with the exception of like various like stations that played like harder metal stuff. But it was like the whole history of how like pop punk, hardcore, metal, and emo, all that stuff fused together is so like crazy to see it all come about. But I definitely dated some scene girls of that era. I don't know if this was popular when you guys were in that phase, I guess. But a lot of X's all over the names. Was that?
Oh my god, yeah.
Heck yeah, I still have X's in my username.
Well, I had this one girl who one of her 17 AIM instant message screen names. That's what we had. That was our profiles were like our little away message things. Those were our status updates, and our profiles were our pages. And it was, I think the main one was little x, big X, little x falling, XXX deep, big X, little x, big X.
Oh, I remember that.
Like, all right.
Those are fantastic times though. Like I remember I would just spend like hours just like making sure like I had like the perfect away message or like the perfect status.
You could not go away
actually
without
away. You were staring at that screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was so sad. I remember like I had no friends on MySpace. I would literally sit in front of my computer for like hours, just wait for someone to like to give a comment. Someone to message
now,
me.
buddy.
That shit was not gonna happen. Mom was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm on MySpace." Like, "Are you doing anything?" I'm like, "I'm talking to my friends." Blank screen for like 4 fucking hours.
You're kind of so I had a sneak of MySpace. My mom didn't know I had one for like 6 months. and then she found out, and I got grounded. So
Same. My mom didn't know what my MySpace was, but when she did learn, I was not allowed to have one.
Oh,
yeah, right. Like my mom was like, "You have a MySpace?" I was like, "No." She's like, "What's this?"
I was like,
Do you know all these people? Do you know all these people that are your friends? How do you know who they are?
Yes, I got that too.
I got to college the year Facebook went beyond whatever Harvard, wherever it was, and we were one of the first like 15, 20 schools to get it. And so it was back when you needed a school ID to get on. And my mom teaches at a school, so she had a Facebook profile real early. So my wall was just like, or I didn't even have walls, but like when like posts and messages were all just like me and college people. And then my mom, who had one friend who was me, and she would just post like, "How's it going, son? Love you." And that was about it. And like every like 10 posts was that. And she had nothing else. Yeah. I love my mom. Shut up.
Aww.
we're gonna go on. We'll go to who'd I ask last? Adrian here, and the one's for you.
Okay.
What lesson have you learned the hard way?
Ooh. I have to really think about that for like a second. Hold on.
Without like talking too many tears.
Oh my god.
That you should be a model. I cut right from my screen, cut right to Tony rolling his eyes.
Bruh.
Wait. Not to rely on people at school. Like freaking group projects. I don't know. It's like the first one that came to mind right now. That's
Oh
all.
god, yeah.
That's a good one.
Like, it's gotten so bad that I'll just like do it. I'll just like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Just show up next Thursday, and it'll be done. I'll say you did it.
I think we all have been there. That's just an awful feeling, just knowing that you have to take the whole, you have to spearhead the entire project yourself, and then they'll just like stand there and be like, "Oh, I did work," and he's like, "Yeah, no, you didn't."
You did the cover page. Get the fuck out.
You wrote your name. I'm very proud of you.
Ash, did you learn anything the hard way?
Do not go to work with too much ibuprofen in your system. I learned that the hard way very recently.
Now, what happened with ibuprofen? I'm pretty sure, isn't that like the safest thing that you could take for yourself?
Yeah.
Like Tylenol.
Yeah,
Liver, though.
I went into work one day and I wasn't feeling too well, so I took some ibuprofen for cramps, actually, and I guess I took too much, and my whole shift was just fucking hell. I was just
like
terrible.
You were just incapacitated, or it was just
Almost. It was just like you can't think clearly, and you have to like make decisions and handle money. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, I'm already bad with numbers. I couldn't imagine making change not sober.
It's terrible. That's my nightmare.
Eric.
When somebody comes to you, whether it's work, school, social, whatever, defend pop punk group. No, when somebody comes up to you and talks shit on other people or starts spreading gossip or rumors about other people, and it kind of like I used to feel like, oh, that means they trust me, because if what they told me got out, that would be really bad for them. But the truth is, people who do that are going to the same people they just talk shit about and talking that shit about me. And that tends to, I've seen that time and time again in any environment. So like when someone's doing that gossip thing, they're probably doing it to you too. So I wouldn't give them shit.
All same game. Tony.
High school is important. Like, it's really, if you're watching this and you're in high school and you're fucking up, you need to do a 180, because that shit's gonna fuck up your whole life. You need to fix it.
But see, in what sense though? Are we talking like being a shithead throughout high school, or are we talking about like slipping through academics?
Like actually you should study.
Hold on, let me lay some things down. You are not a number. You are not your GPA. You are not your SAT or ACT score. But those are so important. Don't think like, oh, I'm not a number, so it's cool that I have a 1.8 GPA, because no, that's fucking stupid. That's laziness. High school is a lot of work, but at the same time, it's also the biggest joke. Like, really, most of it is just make sure you do your work and turn it in, and you should be fine. But I didn't get that memo, apparently. Well, I mean, I did. I did a lot from my parents and teachers and administrators, but it just wasn't sinking in. So what I did was I waited until like the week before graduation to find out I was actually walking, and now I'm like, oh, well, I got to go to a community college to raise my GPA so that I can actually get into a better school. And that's so much money. Like, high school is important.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can see all the bullshit aspects, but just get through it and get to that next level. Life gets so much better, right?
You guys
At least graduate.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, don't give too many people your Netflix account. I mean, sure.
Tony's all getting deep and shit over here.
No, right? Like, she was getting
All
real.
philosophical.
Yo, fuck up.
Like, man, I can't watch my Law and Order SVU tonight. Shit sucks.
Oh. My family friend is actually on Law and Order SVU.
I just found out my family has a Netflix account. Like, I'm not even in my family's inner circle.
All right, so we're gonna go to Ash.
Yeah.
If you could travel between dimensions, what type of world dimension would you like to stay in? And since there is an infinite amount of dimensions, you can be in any of them. Which one do you want to be in?
What the hell? How do I answer that?
Hey, good luck with that one.
Oh, man. I don't even understand the question. I don't know.
Yo, can I answer this? Because I already got an answer.
Oh my
Alright,
God.
I'm passing my question over to Tony.
Yo, I want to be in the universe where I'm Batman.
Oh my God, I'm done.
I
There
think
you
you've already thought about this.
Literally, did you see how fast he had that answer?
He's like, I got this. I got this.
Tony knew. Tony knew. Yeah, I think you've seen an episode of Rick and Morty, though, right?
What?
You seen an episode of Rick and Morty?
Nah.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm. Oh.
I think I've only seen like 2 episodes
Yeah, I
of
think I've
it.
only
but
seen-
Both of them,
That's
I was
the
not in the right
great-
mindset to remember.
I hear that.
So,
Hey, Adrian, you got an answer?
I'm not Tony over here. I've never thought about that question before.
Yeah, like, who thinks about that besides Tony?
Well, I mean, like it's kind of like it's like your fantasy world. Like if it's a different dimension you're living in, like I would love to live in a dimension in where I can jump on toadstools and they turn into gumdrops.
Okay.
Okay, alright. If I'm being real right now,
Gumdrop shortage where you are, Tony?
like, okay, hold on. I think
Sorry, actually.
the better way.
right. We're getting to the hard pressing issues right now.
Hey, Tony, real quick. Can you
What's up?
just say, I am the knight? Just once.
Do it. Here's your
Do
chance.
you want a Christian Bale voice or do you want a Tony Peppers voice?
I want Tony Peppers as Batman. The Tony Peppers take.
Okay, all right.
Tony
Hold
Peppers as Batboy.
I think I have a hold on. I have a Batman mask somewhere in here.
Oh,
Right
damn.
now.
I'm laughing.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
That's not Tony.
Ask Tony about the Batman mask because it's the funniest story in the whole world.
All right.
Oh,
so
no.
Oh, dear Jesus.
I am.
Thank you. It's worth it.
All right. So, can I tell you guys a story about this mask?
Yeah.
It depends what kind of stuff you did with that mask.
Fair enough.
No, it was okay. This is a pretty kosher story. All right. Well, no, this is. Well, it's kind of a lame story if you don't know the people.
Well, you started it now. Well, I'll
But
laugh.
you gotta finish it.
Basically,
Always just say I'll laugh.
Yeah, I'll do it too.
telling a bad story.
I got you.
All right, I'll give you the old haha.
All right, so I went to Tampa with Sam, and we go to a McDonald's, and I get a kids meal because they have Batman toys, right? But only for the boys' toys, because the girls' toy has like Wizard of Oz stuff. I don't fucking know. But anyways, I asked for a boy toy, and they give me this girl's toy.
Yeah, you did.
So I was really bummed. A month later, I go to McDonald's again with 2 of my friends. One of them is Brian from Babeheads, if you guys know him. And We're on the way out. I get this kid's meal. It has the mask in there. I was so stoked. Because it's Batman. Like, this is justice. And
Because
this dude, as we're yelling, as we're leaving, dude is yelling at the people.
As you're yelling.
And he's in there because they got his order wrong. He's calling everyone like fucking retards and everything. And as we're walking out, Brian's like, "Oh, that's so rude." And the dude hears Brian, and he stops, and he's like, "What the fuck did you say to me? You want to fucking fight me? You want to do something?" And we're like, "Are you kidding me? We're just we didn't do anything to you." So we're just walking out. We just go to the car. It's whatever. And we're leaving. We're like pulling out, and I'm putting on this Batman mask because I'm pumped on it. Like, I'm pumped on this
I
mask.
think I know where this is going.
This mask is all that's important to me. And what happens is like, we're leaving, and this dude who was yelling at the people and was yelling at Brian walks out, and he's like scanning the parking lot, and he looks into the car, and I'm just staring at this dude because I think he's not gonna see us. I'm just staring at him with my Batman mask. I'm just like out this car window. And he sees us. And he recognizes us. Points, and he starts coming after us, and he starts yelling and screaming at us, and he's like blocking this car. Like, we cannot pull out of this parking lot. And he's yelling at us and talking all this shit, telling us to get out this car and how he's gonna kick our asses. And like, this dude was like corn-fed. Like, he could have taken all three of us. Not at once, I don't think. I think if all three of us worked together, we could have taken him. But one-on-one, he definitely would have wrecked any of us.
Work together like Gotham.
What? Yeah, no.
And Robin, and then you got Catgirl.
Yeah, like this dude's like punching the car, and we're like, what?
You're like, this isn't a car.
But I mean, the story ends kind of lame. Like, this dude was like 20-something, but like his dad showed up and saved him. And was like, no, you need to not do this. This is stupid, and like dragged him away. But I mean, moral of the story is I got really scared, and I kind of just took the Batman mask off. But
You
no,
had such an opportunity to just get out of the car and just get your Batman and just like berate him in your Batman voice. Not even do anything. You could have just like set him straight with just simple words, and he would have probably been fair because you're Batman.
True.
Well, if
True.
you'd gone to that other universe, it's all
Yeah.
different.
If this was another universe, justice would have been served.
Is that why you want to go into the universe, Tony? Like, you have like the memory
still
of that
think about
moment,
it.
and you want to.
If only things
Right?
ended differently.
Tony's just so upset over it still.
I would have laughed if he got the Happy Meal and walked out with the Bane mask. You guys just go at it.
Banehead.
Bane, take control of your podcast, Babeheads.
Or just, oh my god.
All right, so that was perfect. That was good for Tony.
Yeah, hey, well done, well done.
That was good.
Short and sell
Good.
your
Bravo.
story.
Bravo.
Golf.
Alright.
Golf clap.
So, former teenagers of this chat, what was the most cringeworthy thing that you have done, Ashley?
What was the most cringe-worthy thing I've ever done as a teenager?
Yeah. Or like
Life goes
this.
on, dude. It goes on.
I really don't know. I can't really think of anything right now. I'm just really striking out these questions now. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Maybe my choice in wardrobe, my not so funny T-shirts.
Why
Oh God. Oh.
are you staring at me? Weren't plenty of those.
Wearing a T-shirt that says "I'm a sucker for guys and eyeliner" definitely was not one of my proudest moments.
Oh, that's too funny.
Are you a big Pete Wentz fan?
I actually am.
Okay, so am I. It's cool.
Yeah, I think that's why we're friends, because we both love Pete.
Well, I mean, I'm a bigger Patrick fan. I mean, I love
Pat's a goddamn genius.
Pat's cool.
Pete's kind of a douchebag. Like, think about
He
some of
is
the stuff he does. It's so
He's a
pretentious.
douchebag.
But I don't know.
Eric, do you
I don't
guys-
know. He loves Morrissey. He loves Lifetime. He loves Tim Burton. I love the guy.
Lifetime, like the network.
The band.
Christ, I don't know why that was my first
Network.
It was mine too. About like Tony.
No, he's a really sensitive guy. He likes to watch stories about
Hey,
domestic violence. With...
He's probably a big Unsolved Mysteries fan, deep in heart.
Murder, She Wrote and shit.
He just loves Grey's Anatomy.
That dude's never watched anything that isn't animated. I'm calling that shit right now. That guy loves animation.
I did not know that.
Hey guys, I've been on here for about an hour. Is it okay if I go right now?
Yeah, it's
Girl, you're good.
I got stuff to attend to for tour, so.
Well, we thank you for coming on and to answering our bullshit questions and to answer our...
Thank you for letting me be here. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, Ashley, can I say one last thing to you before you go?
Yeah, sure.
So I wanted to mention this back when we said how cool Defend Pop Punk was, that we all wouldn't be here having this conversation without it. But I think it's cool that about a year, probably more than a year ago, you and I had this conversation, like, how cool would it be if you guys came to the East Coast and our bands got to play a show together, and we're going to get to do that in a few weeks. And that's cool through TPP, but yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that was one of those things where I was kind of like, that'd be cool if it had happened, but I never really thought it would happen because I didn't think we'd be going to the East Coast. But it's cool, you know, I get to do a show with heavyweights and
you didn't even
Baltimore.
plug that. But yeah, I'm so glad to see you guys. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, same. I feel the same about you guys, so it's really awesome.
I'm legitimately sad that I won't be in Baltimore for that show. Like,
I'm sad.
Really sad. What?
It's sad.
Why
I'm
am I
sad.
Where wanted to go?
She's not going to be there.
I'm always really bummed out.
Joel and Duo, who most of you I'm sure know, are so like excited to see you. Actually, you have no idea.
I love.
Oh,
Joel
really?
and
I was supposed to see Joel when he played over here with Postseason, but I didn't go because it's Chain Reaction. It was Father's Day, so it was kind of hard for me to get over there. But I'm glad to actually get to see him this time around.
You'll see him soon.
Yeah, Caitlin too. Just everyone. Like, it's gonna be awesome.
The offer still stands. I'll take pictures for your local 3 days if you're going to be like New York, Jersey, anything.
Yeah, we have a South Jersey date, and actually I was really down for that, but I guess the guys already decided to take someone with us to take pictures. Totally wasn't my doing, but I was like, all right, whatever.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm still going to bring my camera regardless.
Yeah, for sure. Like, keep the come on by.
And with that,
I will sit down and stay a spell. Thanks for coming on, Ash.
Thanks for having me, guys. Bye.
I will talk to you soon, love.
Later.
Bye.
That was fun.
That was nice.
That was
Oh, wait,
nice.
I think I'm still here. How do I get out of here?
No.
I got a new phone. How do I do this?
Technology.
I think
Oh,
you
man.
throw it down the stairwell.
I don't know.
You got it.
You figure it
You
out.
threw it down the stairwell.
All right. Are we still looking to answer some questions, or are we going to wrap this up ourselves?
I got time.
I got time. I'm wide awake after that Batman story,
Yeah.
to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I took some medication, so I'm kind of feeling a little bit tired.
Bring your sister back.
No, hold on. What? Hold on.
Wait, is that your sister? Is that your sister?
That's his babe head. That's Sam.
Yeah,
Oh, Christ.
this is Sam. This is not my
Oh,
sister.
sorry. I swear, because I saw you earlier, and then I could have sworn I heard you say something about your sister, and I was like, oh, I guess that's who that was.
Oh no, my sister was in the room earlier. And
Oh, well, okay, well then I'm not a lunatic.
you weren't hearing things, but no. That was,
Okay.
Eric's on drugs.
I am not on drugs. I have none of my alcohols with me.
None of your alcohol. So.
with you because they're in you.
I know. I always have a bottle when we do the tiny chats, but I don't got my stuff now.
It's low, but it's whatever. It's fine.
Drink your whore juice, you whore.
My whore juice? How do you know about my whore juice?
Wear your whore makeup.
Yeah.
All right.
So, well, for the cringeworthy question.
Yes. Yeah.
So I still don't think this is cringeworthy, but I'm sure at various points over the 6 years I did this. But I used to be a rapper, a hippity hopper. I did the hippity hop.
Hippity hop.
But I didn't. But keep in mind, the reason I don't think it was too embarrassing was like I'm I'm the whitest white you've could ever white. But like I don't but like so I didn't really rap with an accent, and I didn't talk about like thug shit. It was more like I was doing nerdcore rap before like that was a thing. Before you had access to MC Chris or MC Lars. Like that's what I was trying to do. Like I would make like I'd like put hip hop beats over like Final Fantasy music and then rap about nerdy shit.
Oh shit!
But I'm sure there were plenty of shows where like, and I still have this anxiety to this day after 7 bands, is like so many people would just walk right the fuck out. They just walk right out the second I started doing anything that resembled hip hop, and so that always like I'm sure I had plenty of
you
really.
were like real, you weren't like that was real shit.
Oh yeah, like I toured on it. That's what I was talking about. Like during the big like pop punk emo explosion, I was like I had a live band and just like doing hip hop stuff, and venues loved us. Eventually, I sucked for the longest time, but venues loved us and bands loved us. But like the kids who came to shows wanted nothing to do with it.
Huh? That's too crazy.
Can you drop a line or two for us real quick?
I mean, it wasn't like it.
No.
Like
tell us like the coolest line you ever had. I don't care how context is.
Wait, the what? The coolest line I ever had?
Yeah.
It wasn't like punchline rap. That's why it's hard. It's like I could break down the metaphors and the.
We'll do it.
No, but no, I wish I had. Let me try to think of like a really shitty line I had. That would be better for this question. Huh?
Did you have cool titles? Like, did you have really long, stupid titles?
They were super long, and everyone was like, oh, you like Fall Out Boy? I was like, no, I listened to Less Than Jake when I was like in 6th grade, and I was a huge Against Me fan, and they had long titles. I must have had some ridiculous one. Fuck. It's been a while since I've even thought about this, so I'm.
I had no idea. I would honestly never have expected it like at all.
Oh, this was right after Kanye's Graduation record came out. I did name this one. I wrote this like nice little love-ish song for my now wife, then girlfriend, and I called it "Will You Be My White Tyra Banks Tonight?" that was something I was pretty proud of.
I remember. I know what song you're talking about. Well, where you would have pulled it from?
So, when you proposed, did you get on one knee and say, "Will you be my white Tyra Banks for life"?
You did not do that.
Damn it!
You did not do that.
I blew it.
You had one.
I had one job.
One job,
and I blew it. Oh man.
Are you seriously like thinking about that now?
I should also mention she dumped me before we released that song, and then we got back together a couple years later. So I don't think she actually is still to this day heard it.
No. You should show it to her just like as an anniversary thing.
I'm not sure that might not end too well.
No, but we have a great relationship. We just bust each other's balls all day. So that actually would probably go over well. So thank you for that line. I'm definitely going to use that shit.
I mean, my mom once made a mixtape for my dad for their anniversary, and the last song...
A mix 7-inch?
Yeah, she pressed the whole thing. She gave him a limited edition test pressing. Well, no, she wasn't going to give him... She was going to give him the limited edition test pressing, but Zach Gallo outbid her.
Holy shit, did his name just become Punchline? Like Punchline status. I let you finish.
What did we say?
No, stop. Okay, hold on. We need to get back to the story.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, my mom made my dad this mixtape, and she wrote him a poem with it too. And the first line of the poem was, "We met in TJ," and that was confusing to me because I didn't know what TJ was, and then she told me it was Tijuana. So not only did I learn that they met in Tijuana, but no, listen, it gets better. It gets better. This mixtape closes with "Hoochie Mama" by 2 Live Crew. Like, there were serious love songs on this mixtape, and out of nowhere, just do 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 do, big booty hoes, hump with it.
Our first dance, remember?
In Tijuana.
I'm done.
Oh, that's great.
Wait, how long? Wait, you said that was for their anniversary?
Yeah.
What year anniversary? Do you know?
They're
I
15.
think that's for like
15th?
I don't know. I know my dad was in Afghanistan, I think, when they did this. So I want to say it was like their 15th.
So it was like 15 years of twerking was the title of it. I know it was a long road to get there, but I had to be accurate with the years.
Yeah.
You can't get it wrong. It's not 14 years of twerking, 15 exactly.
No, you can't. Yeah, I was glad it was on like a multiple of 5 because those are way better.
I don't know.
5 ass pops.
It's probably that. Who knows? Twerking in TJ.
Twerking in CJ.
That must have been a really interesting conversation to have with your parents.
Oh man.
Wow,
Oh no.
No, not really. It was just kind of like, oh, you married someone you met in Tijuana? But I don't know. They're happy.
that night.
They're really happy, so I don't question it too much. But
There you go. There you go. Don't ask too many questions.
I don't know.
All right, so I'll move on to a next question, and we're looking at 1:45. I'm going to make this the last question of the night.
Real quick, do you know how many people were watching or listening to this? Did we have a counter?
We actually had a max of 6 people.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was actually, I think, one of the most we've ever had.
Oh, I forgot to check the chat. Oh, it's all us
There's nothing
complaining
on there.
that we.
I've had kids that I saw a comment that said that the chat isn't working, or Lincoln said that there is a sidebar that they don't read, but no one said anything. So.
Well, I mean, maybe, because the only things I see in the chat are we can talk about this after we finish this. We're gonna ramble.
Yeah, let's do it.
Figure this out later.
Okay.
I don't even. What's the one food that you dislike but everyone loves?
Steak.
Yes.
Ah!
Bacon.
Oh, bacon. Bacon is so not even that good.
I hate bacon.
Wow, you guys, and my brother both.
You guys what?
I can't do ketchup.
Really?
Ketchup? Oh, it's like the best thing in the world.
I put pickles on my hot dogs, but I don't see how people put relish on it. Relish is so gross to me, but I will put pickles on it. But I don't know. I think
I don't do it either, but you do pickles though.
Yeah, which I think is a little weird that I use pickles, but
I mean, that's kind of like the same thing. Like, I can eat, like, I don't like steak for some reason, but I can eat, like, ribs and cheeseburgers.
Oh, ribs.
yeah, I mean,
I'm so hungry. Jesus.
Burgers all day.
I'm starving.
Steaks flame.
I'll tell you what. If you all find your way up to my neck of the woods, let me grill you a steak, and if you don't like it, I'll give you because I can grill a fucking great steak, and I'll make you a burger if you don't like it. That's
Deal. I'm moving to Baltimore soon. I'm taking you up on that.
How do you cook your steaks?
I grill them. I can get I've gotten really good over the last couple of years of cooking even like really thick filet mignons, a perfect medium rare, and to the point where whatever sauce you like, put it on. But I can get it so where you don't even want sauce. It's legit. I'm telling you.
Good on you, sir. Good on you. I'm proud.
Did it shittily for 2 years and eventually got good at it.
I learned this really cool trick for figuring out how to cook a steak, like what the texture is for it, like the toughness. If you take your fingers and you put them on your thumb, feel the meat right here. That's like the toughness of it. Like this is rare, this is medium rare, and this is medium well. I think that's it, and then well done, because
oh wow.
It's cool.
It's crazy.
I'm here just figuring myself. I'm just like, wait a minute, this is bullshit. Wait, oh.
Yeah, no. But anyways.
But all right, this has been a Babe Talk.
Yeah.
We'll have another one with the.
Thanks for setting all this up.
Yeah, man, thank you for having me. That was really cool.
Yeah, we'll hopefully have more of these with other people from other places and other conversations and shit. So yeah, whoa, hooray, we're friends.
Whoa. Oh, we're friends with us.
Yeah. All right, good night, everybody.
All right, good night.
Later.